You know, folks, I find it biblically ironic that MAGA Christians and Catholics, the MAGA morality police, are always the first snowflakes to run to the comment section and say, why do you liberals have to politicize everything? Why do you have to politicize tragedy? And then they're the same ones who say like this.
But I don't know that I am so sure about where the Pope is today. I don't know that holding a title necessarily ushers you into the arms of Jesus. I think that babies died.
And I have the full clip of that MAGA host on Real America's Voice with her full chest insinuating that Pope Francis is in hell right now, coming up for you in this video. But first, if I could ask you to just drop a like, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. We greatly appreciate you all helping us get to 500,000 subscribers. We are gunning for 1 million to fight back against this exact crap. And I will get to that clip in a second. But guess what, folks? While that may have been the worst, it was not the first MAGA moron, quote-unquote Christian, saying something absolutely biblically heinous and blasphemous. You probably already read it, but here is Marjorie Taylor Greene today, chiming in and saying, today there were major shifts in global leaderships. Evil is being defeated by the hand of God. Wow. That is so vile and such a new low, even for her, the woman to ever come out of Georgia and step into Congress. I hate this woman with all of my guts, and thankfully I'll read you some of the responses here and then we'll dive into that second heinous clip as well. But just what the hell, Marjorie? I mean, she said some crazy stuff, but it's like, how does she up her own craziness with crap like this? Look at some of these replies, though. Thankfully, she got absolutely roasted and ratioed in the comments. Art Candy saying, celebrating the Pope's death, new low even for you, vile. Republicans against Trump coming out just saying, you're a POS. Adam Kingsinger, you're pure evil. You're a disgrace to America and the world. Are you seriously clapping because a pope died while claiming to be a devout Christian? The hypocrisy is completely staggering. The hypocrisy that we also saw from her husband, her ex-husband recently, was so Christian, right? Getting a divorce. Not that I blame anyone who gets a divorce or whatever, but you know, the hypocrisy never ends. And then her husband shouting at these poor Islamic girls in a parking lot, saying disgusting things to them. Marjorie, I mean, you are a psychopath. I really hope that we can get her the hell out of office one of these. I can't say that, but I feel that. Anyway, okay, so obviously Marjorie is getting her bleach blonde, bad Bill Butch buttocks handed to her, thankfully. The same woman who just did insider trading on the economy as Americans lost their 401ks. My God, what a beacon of morality this is. But unfortunately now, we also have to talk about the MAGA TV host that you saw at the start of the show. Her name is Gina Ludon, and she suggested today in this clip on Real America's Voice, which literally, I would say something else, but I'd get demonetized, suggesting he's going to hell because of his policies. We just made a video on his final messages to J.D. Vance about migrants and all those issues that he has championed for a very long time: freedom, peace, democracy. You can check that out up in the corner as it pops up here. But I want to play this clip for you. It's a little bit long. It's about 2 minutes, and there's two people in this clip. That girl that we just talked about, Gina, this one up top. Man, something about her just makes me, you know. Anyway, and then this lady down in the bottom, and like, what a terrible way to talk about the Pope, to talk about anyone who's just died, right? Sorry, I know I'm blabbering on here. I'll play the clip here and then we'll talk about it after. Just listen to how terrible these people are. Oh my God.
Well, I very much appreciated Dr. Gina's comments about what seemed to me to be a troublingly political bent on behalf of Pope Francis, whose passage obviously is a sad event for the Catholic Church. And, no doubt he reposes in the arms of the Lord. But he was a confirmed leftist, basically, at least by the lights of lots of folks, including me. And it will be very interesting to see what the Catholic Church does next.
He was considered a leftist, at least according to me, because he cared about human decency. That's so liberal and woke.
Shut the f up. But that just made me so mad, folks. I can't even. I'm sorry for cussing. I know this is kind of an important thing, but it just feels like it's worth it here because these people are so grimy. Listen to this next lady.
And Dr. Hayworth, you know, I don't know if I've ever disagreed with you in the long, long time we've been in television together, but I don't know that I am so sure about where the Pope is today. I don't know that holding a title necessarily ushers you into the arms of Jesus. I think that babies died. Christians were slaughtered across the world, and there was no condemnation of that out of this papacy. I think that you look at what happened to marriage underneath some of the things that he said across the world. I think that when you look forward and you think about the possibility of someone like a Cardinal Dolan or someone like more in the vein of Pope John Paul, right? When you think about that being a possibility and the growth that could take place worldwide in terms of, you know, not even just Catholic Church growth, but really Christendom as a whole, and the impact that someone like that could have, you do really hope and pray that the next pope is more in line with biblical teaching. And if you're not in line with biblical teaching, I don't know where you land with God in the end. I really don't know. I think the number is few. But then again, I'm a Calvinist, so take it, doctor.
As a non-religious person, I consider myself an agnostic theist. Okay, whatever. That I really think that's beside the point. I think anyone's religion is beside the point, but maybe not here, right? Because if you were the one complaining about Pope Francis's biblical teachings the day after Easter, may I remind you that based on your MAGA stupid, dumb, what's the word I'm looking for? Absolute bastardization of the Bible, of the biblical teachings. If Jesus came back today, y'all would have him deported and in an El Salvadoran prison in an instant. And the irony of that just doesn't click with you morons. But no, let me get on national television and suggest that the Pope is going to hell because I disagree with his politics, and then at the same time be the same people to say, why did we try to assassinate Trump? Why are the Dems being so political? Why are they saying all these mean things and calling us Nazis when we're spouting Nazi talking points? What the f*** is wrong with you people? When are you going to wake up? I mean, obviously you're not. You guys are so far gone. But it makes so much sense when you hear these people talk, when you hear how bold MAGA is getting, coming out and saying things like he's not Christian enough because he doesn't want to deport people without due process and get rid of the Hispanic people, the people who had the historical same skin color as Jesus Christ himself. Like, do you guys not understand? I think someone needs to hit them over the head with a Trump Bible until they until it clicks. I don't understand. Screw Marjorie Taylor Greene, screw that woman, screw Really America's Voice. What's really American are the ideals that we here at Really American are trying to push and trying to create a media ecosystem for left-wing, liberal, progressive people who are tired of this MAGA hate, who are tired of this MAGA bastardization of morality, of religion. So if that's something that you jive with, that you're on board with, and you made it this far, drop a blue heart in the comments down below. Please like the video so it gets out to more people. Subscribe to join our resistance here at Really American. And thank you all so much for watching. Again, I apologize for cussing and all of this stuff, but this is stuff that I'm passionate about, and it pisses me off to high heaven. And I hate seeing that, and we need to call out this hypocrisy. Anyway, I am done with the rant. My name is Kenny Hesse for Really American. I will see you guys in the next one.